We are in Virginia City, Nevada.
We are at the Terrace cemeteries. Martin, if you're here with us, feel free to touch either one of those things that we just set up. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What? What is happening?
I don't know.
This cemetery in and of itself is made up mostly of immigrants. Many of the people that came out to Nevada to try and find gold and silver were not from Nevada. This attracted people from all over the world.
Okay.
Wow.
That's really cool.
But do you hear that? It sounds like laughing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If you can hear us talking to you, can you touch that again right now for us?
We don't know anything about Martin. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are
here.
Paranormal Quest. I'm Ryan. This is Dave.
Hi, everybody. We are here, apparently, and I'm apparently Dave, and this is Ryan.
That's right, and we are getting ready to explore a very unique, explore and do some paranormal investigation in a very unique cemetery. Now, we are here during business hours because they frown upon trespassing after hours, and they get this place locked down tighter than Fort Knox once it hits 7 p.m. So we're out here in the afternoon, but we are in a cemetery that is in a city where we are doing multiple investigations for season 13 right now. Where are we, Dave?
We are at the Terrace cemeteries. Apparently there, is that what you wanted me to do?
Yeah, but I mean, we are in Virginia City, Nevada, the oldest and at one time the richest city on the West Coast. This is the western part of the United States. This place is legendary. It was filled whenever they struck silver and gold in the Comstock lode mines. This place blew up. More millionaires than any other city in America. The leader of the Comstock lode, John Mackey, ended up being within the 7 richest men in the world. And this place attracted pioneers, gold miners, silver miners from all over to all come out here and try their hand at making a fortune in the gold and silver industry in the mines. And some of them perished.
Oh yeah.
The cemetery we're about to explore is actually said to be the final resting place of many of these people that traveled to Nevada to try and strike it rich.
Yeah, and a lot of them did strike it rich, and that's how the Washoe Club came to be, and which we've been to before, and we might be going to again. But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of these people did perish out here, and a lot of them were immigrants. And just, there's 30 acres and 11 cemeteries built into this one area. So we've got a lot of walking to do, a lot of people to go and respectfully maybe try and communicate with here. And yeah, on top of that, it's just a beautiful area.
It is. They actually said that this cemetery in and of itself, the cemetery is made up mostly of immigrants. Simply because many of the people that came out to Nevada to try and find gold and silver were not from Nevada. This attracted people from all over the world to come to this city and try and become millionaires. And some of them never made it out. We did investigate a very old, beautiful, and historic mansion last night, and that's all I'll tell you. But right next to that old historic mansion, we were told there was a mine portal that collapsed. And there are still to this day 129 miners that are below the ground, never recovered. So, I mean, this was a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous industry.
Yeah. And I would say if they were ever to have been able to recover those people, they probably would have been brought here. And laid to rest. So it is very unfortunate that they are still underground over there, but what can you do?
I will also say that we were told about some of the conditions of these mines that these men were working in back then. You talk about there's a series of hot springs that lay underneath Virginia City, Nevada, in and amongst these gold and silver mines, and the deeper you go, the hotter it gets. And a very famous, influential politician and Civil War general who you'll hear about in next week's episode when we investigate that mansion, even said that it was the closest to hell he's ever been and ever hopes to be.
Yeah, it was said that they would go down into those mines and they would work for 10 minutes at a time because it was so unbelievably hot, like upwards of I think 135 degrees, they said. And then they would be put into like cooling chambers and then go back out and work for 10 minutes in just a vicious cycle, which would just take an incredible amount of stress on your body. But we're at a crossroads here. Which way should we go, left or right?
Left or right? I tell you what, let's go to the right. It looks less traveled by. Is that what you wanted?
That's what I wanted.
That's what Dave wanted me to say.
Always take the road less traveled.
That's true. There's a lot of history to this place, and that's why Virginia City, Nevada, as small as it is now, it was at one time one of the richest cities in the world.
You see that black lizard?
I didn't.
He's right there. See him?
No, where is
Right by the right pole.
The right pole?
Right here. He's right on that block.
Oh, I do see him now.
What is he?
Looks like some sort of like skink or something. Oh, he ran. Where you going, buddy? Away from me, I guess. I just want to get some video of you there. How you doing? That is so cool. Wildlife out here like I've never seen, you know?
Yeah.
You have to think we are in the desert.
Yeah, we're not accustomed to a lot of this stuff, so we gotta keep an eye out for snakes and I think scorpions and stuff, right?
Right.
And tarantulas.
Tarantulas. Dave's favorite animal, the big old spider.
If we see a tarantula, you will probably have a new addition to this graveyard. Just saying.
What can you do? This place has a lot of history. I'm looking for some of the older tombstones here as we walk through. Right there. Died May 12th, 1891. 39 years old. This one right here is a wooden tombstone. Born 1843, died 1882. Martin Molkenbuhr. This is how you know. This is really interesting. I mean, I wonder how old this wooden tombstone is right here.
I don't know.
It has to be old, right? I mean, it looks so worn, but I don't know if it's been replaced, because could you imagine that lasting since 1882, that wooden tombstone?
No, it's definitely more modern because there's like modern screws and stuff in it, but at least the headstone is modern. But...
Right. Should we set up here to start with and see what we can get? Right here at Martin's? Or do you want to move on?
Are you drawn to this one?
I am. As soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh.
Well, let's do it. Let's set up for a few minutes.
Yeah, let's do it. We're going to grab the equipment out. We're going to set up here. We're going to put some equipment as respectfully as we can around his marker and see if maybe we can capture something. I don't know what that was all about.
It was another lizard.
Oh. But we don't know anything about Martin. Are you okay? What?
Something moved. I don't like this.
But like I was saying, we don't know anything about Martin, so we are going to try and see if we can find out about Martin. Anything that he may want to tell us, and we're going to be using some equipment to see if maybe we can capture some paranormal activity out here in what was once described as one of the best burial sites in the state of Nevada, here at Terrace Cemetery. We do have a family with like a little kid coming.
This way?
I don't know about this way. They might have walked up.
They probably heard me scream.
Probably. So if they do come, we won't film them. We'll pause for a second.
Yeah. We don't want to set up.
Yeah.
Now we got to watch about putting our bags down and stuff, getting in them. Just saying.
You're on high alert, aren't you?
Always. But like, this is extra high alert because I don't know what's out here. I hear you guys at home judging me.
Always. So we've got it all set up here. You hit record on this, right?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Cool. So before we could get the camera moved over here and get this Sony camera set up here, the music box went off. Now again, we just set it up. Whoa. Hello? If you like that music and you want to stand in front of it, feel free to just go ahead and make that music play again for us. Or there's a green light there. But if you want to try and touch that, you can as well.
Martin, if you're here with us, feel free to touch either one of those things that we just set up right by on top of your grave there. We just came out to talk to you. My name is Dave, and this is Ryan.
Whoa.
This is all new batteries, you guys.
Yes. Thank you, Martin, if that is you. Can we get you to turn the music on whenever we ask a question? Oh, you didn't even let me finish. Can we get you to turn the music on whenever we ask a question that the answer is yes? You can make that music play, and that'll be a yes or no response that we can use to find out more about your life. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. Martin, did you come here to work in the mines?
Were you out here mining for silver? Were you out here mining for gold?
Wow.
Interesting.
Martin, when you came out here, did you bring your whole family with you? Or did you come out here by yourself? Or was it a group of people that came out here? You guys all came out here together.
Like friends. Compatriots, as we wouldn't say. But some might say.
Martin, did you have any luck with your mining endeavors? Did you find anything? Were you successful? Did you die in the mine? Or while you were mining?
Sure, that flagpole scared me for a second. I heard the flag whip right behind me, and I was like, what in the world was that? It sounded like a footstep behind me at first.
Did it?
Yeah.
Martin, are you still here? Okay, well, that's very interesting.
That is, because if that was a malfunction, it would have gone off repeatedly and it wouldn't have stopped.
Yeah.
And it would still be going off because there was something in the way of it.
Right.
Setting it off, whether it be something that's in that, like that bush or whatever, but it hasn't gone off since that last gold response.
Right. So, I don't know, maybe you made the right call by stopping at this one here.
Yeah. I knew I felt something weird about this one. There was something about this particular grave in and of itself. Whenever I walked by it, I was like, there's something about this. Not necessarily, I don't claim to be a sensitive in any way, but I would say it was probably just, I felt drawn to it, so to speak. Maybe it was the aesthetic of it, the fact that it's the only wooden headstone in this area that I can see. But there was something about Martin's burial here that just kind of stuck out to me. Martin, if you still want to talk to us and you want us to stay and talk, can you set that off again for us? Whoa! Are you serious?
Incoming.
We got a couple of people coming down the trail here. Martin, we're going to have some people walk by us here, so I'm going to turn the camera this way.
Martin, if you are still here and you'd like to talk, can you try the other thing that I set up over there? Just try to pick it up.
It's that box.
Can you do that real quick before these people get down here?
Another music box.
Yeah. We appreciate you doing that, Martin. Or do you think you want to pack up and find something new?
Yeah, we got more to see.
Okay.
What I find very interesting about these, especially when we don't know the stories of these people, is that specifically like Martin, you know, I'm sure, even though we don't know his story, even though there's a lot that is a mystery about him, I'm sure his story is not uncommon to a lot of the people that are buried in this cemetery. Like we had mentioned earlier, they came out here to try and strike it rich in hopes that they could have the opulent life that they had always dreamed of, and then they were met with what was described as hell on earth, and then would end up losing their life in some form or fashion out here in Virginia City, Nevada. So they, and like we mentioned at the beginning, they said that the majority of the people buried here were not from Nevada. They were all immigrants, or they were settlers that traveled from the east to come out here and find gold and silver. And it's just a sad story.
It's just a different way of life back then.
Yeah.
And it really puts into perspective of how easy we have it.
Yes.
So don't ever take anything for granted, y'all. So these look newer.
Yes, this is 1943 and 1944.
Oh, they're still alive.
Yeah. So they still do burials out here.
Yeah. Oh, wow, look at this one.
Oh, wow, yeah, that one's crumbling. You want to walk over to that one?
Yeah.
This one says, first president of Nevada PCP.
S.A. McMeans died August 1876 at 69 years old.
Wow. What do you think? You want to try SAs? Whatever, I'm not, Samuel maybe? I don't even know the first name. Back then they just went by their initials.
Yeah. Let's go
Up the hill?
up the hill. Well, what's this over here?
It's weird that there's, like, it's such a large cemetery, but it's so spread out. Like, we're so used to back east in the cemeteries that we have back in West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio. You know, people are basically buried on top of each other.
Yeah.
So it's so strange to me to see how spread out these actual gravestones are. with all this space in between. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Just a wooden cross.
Let's
You want to
go
walk up here and see what this is?
Yeah. Marie Howard Sack, 1906 to 1994.
So that's a very recent one. Probably shouldn't investigate here.
No. We can go back down to SA here.
Yeah. He's the oldest grave that we've seen so far. And it says on the back he was the first president of the Nevada PCP, whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
All right, so we've got everything set up here. We have the music box set up again just to see if anything happens with that. We have the obelisk set up on the gravestone as well as the millimeter again. Now the obelisk takes environmental readings and there's a word dictionary.
Whoa.
Is that you, Mr. McMeans? Or is this Martin again? Because we said Martin could follow us. You're looking up what the PCP was?
Yeah.
If you did touch that box right there that lit up with all those colors, can you do it again for us to show us that you're here? Dave and I came a long way. We're not even from Nevada. We came from West Virginia.
Edison.
What?
Okay, that's weird.
That is very weird.
Bush.
One of the most famous
Will. Shot.
men that frequented Virginia City, Nevada was Thomas Edison.
Radio.
In fact, in the mansion we investigated last night, which will be next week's episode, Thomas Edison. Is it saying anything important?
It's shot, radio, inner.
Shot.
Whoa.
Thomas Edison installed the electricity inside that house.
Edison.
What?
Okay, that's weird.
That is very weird.
Bush.
One of the most famous
Will. Shot.
men that frequented Virginia City, Nevada was Thomas Edison. But that's kind of interesting. Thomas Edison?
Yeah.
Did you know Thomas Edison, Mr. McMeans? What was the PCP?
I'm not sure yet. I found...
What is happening?
I don't know. Mr. McMeans, is that you? So I found a Wikipedia article on this gentleman. His name was Selden Allen McMeans.
Selden Allen.
He was an American physician
Oxygen.
and politician. Says in the fall of 1859, McMeans moved to Virginia City after the Comstock Lode Silver Strike. When the news of firing on Fort Sumter reached Virginia City in 1861, McMeans announced that he would capture Fort Churchill for the Confederacy, but was quickly disabused of this notion by news of detachment of Union soldiers. Heading from Fort Churchill to Virginia City after the Civil War, he organized the Democratic Party in Nevada and became the first chairman. He eventually moved to Reno, where he died at age 70 in 1876.
Wow.
But I'm assuming PCP, primary care physicians.
Maybe.
Maybe. It didn't really say anything about that.
That would make sense if he was a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine if he lived out here at that time,
Sunset.
it is almost sunset. And he was as influential as his biography reads there. He probably knew Thomas Edison.
Oh, probably.
Did you know Thomas Edison? If you did, can you light up that light again that's on the
Muscle.
stone?
Mr. McMeans, I just read an article about how you passed away. Can you use this to tell us what it was that made you pass away?
Whoa.
Should I reset it? I mean, there's no reason it should be going off.
No, I mean, because if you were to reset it, the only reason we reset it is if it's going off repeatedly and doesn't stop.
Right.
This is going off as if it's being touched, or as if something's coming in contact with it, and I don't see any insects flying around it.
No, there's nothing.
And you just got that close to it and it didn't go off.
Mm-mm. Don't ask what that was, but Mr. McMeans, if you can hear us talking to you, can you touch that again right now for us? If you can hear us talking to you, can you touch that again right now for us? This was a pretty influential guy right here.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy that we stumbled on his headstone and almost walked by it.
Mm-hmm.
We almost didn't even stop.
Right.
Got a couple people coming here.
Like 10.
10 people.
Looks like it.
So we have a group of 10 people coming up here, guys, so.
At least 6.
At least 6.
Mr. McMeans, are you still here?
Again?
Could you do it again for us? Could you do something again for us? Like set off that light right there? Just one more time, sir, and then we'll leave you alone if you want us to go away and stop bothering you. If you're using this stuff to talk to us. Make those lights go off one more time, and we'll leave you alone.
Rust. Wicked.
Okay.
Wow.
That's really cool. And it's not even windy or anything out here.
Well, Mr. McMeans, we'll go ahead and head back and maybe...
Wow. The voices that you can hear are the people behind me on the hill. Well, we asked him to do it one more time and we'd leave.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. So.
And he did it. So you want to head back over and find one more?
Yeah, let's go back over this way, because I think that's where the older ones are.
Okay. Yeah, one of the craziest things about Virginia City, Nevada is the amount of influential people that made their way through here. Like we had said when the name Edison came through the obelisk. Thomas Edison frequented this city a lot. So did Mark Twain. So did General/President Ulysses S. Grant. And then you have your millionaires that came through here. I mean, just the list goes on and on of the people that came out here to this city because of its influence and because of its reputation as one of the wealthiest cities in the world.
And there's still people coming here today like us because of it.
Right. So if you ever find yourself... What?
Lizard.
Oh, look at him bathing on that rock. That is so cool. Sorry, don't wake up, buddy. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Love these little lizards.
That's me after a night of investigating.
Belly down on a rock.
Yeah.
Trying to warm your innards. There's so many to choose from out here. I mean, even though it's just a small part of the actual Silver Terrace cemetery that we can walk around and visit here at this part. It's there's still quite a few that we have to choose from, so it's all about finding the right one. When we find the right one that calls out to us, we'll stop and set up. We found the little trail.
This place is a maze.
It is. So this little part of this trail here will take us to what we hope are some other parts of the cemetery with some graves that are a little bit older. Maybe not older, but more of the older graves, less of the newer ones. Someone left flowers at this one.
Oh, yeah.
In memory of William Rieck. He was from Germany.
Wow.
21-year-old.
Probably a minor.
Probably.
Those are also kind of calling out to me, those two white ones right there.
You want to go up there on the hill?
Yeah.
They're all alone up here on top, on the side of this hill. And they appear to be very old. Christine, wife of Conrad Holtz, and then R.J.M. Franklin. She died 1866, he died 1860, or she died 1862, he died 1866. Interesting. Why are they together like that, though?
I don't know.
If she was the wife of Conrad Holtz, native of...
I wonder if he was adopted.
Maybe.
Because it says he was born Brighton, CW. Or is that a place?
That's a place. Born in Brighton. She was, it says, a native of Wartenberg, Germania.
You want to try these?
Yeah.
Maybe we can plug in some German.
Yeah. I'm going to take my sunglasses off because it's a little bright out here.
You mean dim?
Or it's not bright enough out here anymore.
Take my sunglasses off. It's too bright out here. Let me...
Are you going to get an app out to translate?
Yeah.
So what we're going to try and do here in order to help better communicate with Christine, Dave is going to be pulling up a translator so that he can actually, we can ask questions in German, ask if they can touch the lights in German, ask if they can make the music play in German, so that maybe Christine will be more likely to come out. She was in Nevada. Did she speak English? Maybe. But she was a native of Germania. Music box.
Okay.
So chances are she probably spoke more German than she did English.
Yeah, probably.
Thank you.
Okay, you can hear people talking up on the hill above us.
It was quiet for just a second until we started recording on the audio recorder, and then... You want to stop on this?
Let them pass by. All right.
I almost fell down the hill.
All right, so we'll come back to this.
Yes.
But it's very strange to me that the music box keeps going off.
Right.
And one could say it's faulty, but it went off at Martin's grave. Didn't do anything at McMean's grave. And now it's going off here.
Right.
all the same setup. So.
Right. In the same environment, we're in the same cemetery. It's not like it's drastically different environments.
Mm-mm.
Well, we have some background noise going on right now. There's some people up there, and that just means we can't try and record for your voice. Can you try and touch that green light that's sitting right there so that maybe we can know that you're here? If there's anyone here with us. So they're walking off that way. We can go ahead and do the EVP session now.
Yes.
And you can queue up and type a couple of questions, and I'll ask in English until you're ready with one. Rolling EVP session. This is the second one. This is the actual EVP session at the graves of Christine and Mr. Franklin, Christine Holtz. If there's anyone here that would like to speak to us, can you talk into this silver box right here that I set beside the headstones, the grave markers?
Christine, kannst du uns mit dir reden hören? Christine, kannst du uns mit dir reden hören?
Thank you.
Christine, kommst du aus Württemberg, Deutschland? Christine, kommst du aus Württemberg, Deutschland? Mein Name ist Dave und das ist mein Freund Ryan.
Would you touch that music again for us? Stand in front of it and it'll play that beautiful music.
Könnten Sie uns bitte grüßen, wenn Sie uns hören können? Könnten Sie uns bitte grüßen, wenn Sie uns hören können?
Thank you.
Wenn Sie mit uns gesprochen haben, vielen Dank. Bitte ruhen Sie in Frieden.
Okay, ending EVP session. Ending. You want to switch me just in case the music box goes off?
Yeah.
Rolling EVP session. This is the second one. This is the actual EVP session at the graves of Christine and Mr. Franklin, Christine Holtz.
Christine, kannst du uns mit dir reden hören? Christine, kannst du uns mit dir reden hören?
Thank you.
Christine, kommst du aus Württemberg, Deutschland?
You hear that?
Was that the dog?
Didn't sound like the dog.
Christine, kommst du aus Württemberg, Deutschland?
They were already gone, so there was like nobody up here. Did you hear laughing during that?
No.
I didn't hear any laughing during that, but do you hear that? It sounds like laughing.
Yeah.
Let me rewind it.
Württemberg, Deutschland. Württemberg, Deutschland.
I think that's the dog.
Because the dog had a deeper bark, and that sounds like a woman laughing to me.
Okay.
Because I'll let you hear the dog.
Christine, kommst du aus Württemberg, Deutschland?
That doesn't sound like the dog, because listen to the dog here. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that woof, woof, woof. I mean, is it possible there was another dog that barked right there? We'll know when we cross-reference the audio with that.
Yes.
In that moment.
Christine, kommst du aus Württemberg, Deutschland? Christine, kommst du aus Württemberg, Deutschland?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear any other sounds that sounded like that. What we believe to be laughter on here, a woman laughing. Again, in the moment, we can't say definitively one way or the other because we're not going to know until we listen back to the audio on these cameras to be able to hear, was there someone that laughed during that we just didn't pick up with our ears or didn't register, didn't remember. But if there wasn't anyone laughing when that came through on here, that's even cooler because there's no source for the sound and suddenly this laughter just appears on this recording.
Very interesting.
So, but again, if it's been debunked, you already know about it. We don't, but you do. So that's the nature of this sort of thing. The footage doesn't lie. The audio recorder can make you question, can make you hear things that weren't actually as they occurred, but the video footage and that audio never lies to you, so.
And neither do we.
And neither do we. So that's why we always say if you're doing an EVP session, always roll on a video camera. Because whether it be your cell phone, whether it be something else, because you're going to pick up and find things on that to be able to debunk certain sounds and noises that your audio recorder makes sound like something unexplainable or supernatural or paranormal. So, but with that, well, I think that's about time to call it quits here at the Silver Terrace Cemetery in Virginia City, Nevada. We only have a little bit of time to get our stuff gathered up and to head back to the gate so we can leave before the cemetery closes. And we wanted to let you guys know that you should come out here and check this out. This is a really cool place. If you've never been to Virginia City, Nevada, we highly recommend that you take a visit out here. And we wanted to let you guys know also that starting next week, we have brand new full-length episodes coming back to the channel, starting with some locations here in Virginia City. And you're not going to want to miss that because there's some beautiful buildings, amazing history, incredible ghost stories, and possibly some interesting paranormal activity caught on camera.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you guys, sorry, I'm a little bit spacey right now, but do come out here to Virginia City, like Ryan said. Check this place out. There's so much to see, so much history, stuff you don't want to miss, and it's been really fun. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching this.
That's right. So if you made it all the way to this point in the video, make sure you comment down below. I am so excited for season 13. And make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We want to bring you along on our paranormal quest to some of the most haunted places in the world in search of proof of real paranormal activity. Let's get season 13 started next week.
Let's do it!
We'll see you there. Hey, if you enjoyed that episode, maybe click on one of these other videos and watch some more. If you want to subscribe to the channel, click on this button right down below. We want to thank all of our YouTube members and Patreon supporters for making all of this possible. And we'll see you next time.